In the grand chessboard of global politics, what happens when the kings and queens of the world make their moves? What's the endgame when the USA and its allies face off against powerhouses like China and Russia and their partners? As we delve into this geopolitical conundrum, we find contrasting strategies and actions at play. On one side, we have the United States and its allies, who largely advocate for liberal democracy, human rights, and market economies. They approach international relations through diplomacy, economic sanctions, and occasionally military intervention. Take, for instance, the US response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. President Biden announced new sanctions against Russia, condemned the invasion as a premeditated attack, and pledged to make Putin a pariah on the international stage. On the economic front, American shale producers, along with other non-OPEC countries, have been able to maintain a comfortable operation in the $70 to $80 per barrel price range, while most OPEC countries need prices above $80 per barrel to balance their budgets. Contrast this with the strategies of China and Russia. They lean towards authoritarian governance, state-controlled economies, and a more assertive, sometimes aggressive, international stance. For example, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the largest in Europe since World War II, and China's alleged human rights abuses, which led to calls for a boycott of the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. But every action has a reaction. The US and its allies' sanctions against Russia can lead to counter-sanctions, affecting global economies. Similarly, a boycott of the Beijing Olympics could result in a retaliatory boycott by China at the 2028 Summer Games in Los Angeles. So what have we learned from this geopolitical chess match? First, the strategies and actions of the USA and its allies contrast sharply with those of China and Russia. The former leans towards diplomacy and economic measures, while the latter leans towards assertive, sometimes aggressive actions. Second, the global impact of these actions can often lead to counteractions, affecting economies and international relations. Third, the balance of power in international politics is a complex and intricate dance, with each move potentially changing the dynamics of the game. In conclusion, the grand chessboard of global politics is not just about kings and queens making their moves. It's about understanding the strategies, actions, and consequences of these moves. It's about understanding the endgame, and most importantly, it's about understanding the world we live in.